Most recently, a new format setup for XP farming emerged, with its main DPS dealers being Rathma Skeleton Mage Necromancers, hence its name, Ratruns. Ratruns groups usually consist of 2 Rathma Necromancers as DPS dealers and 2 supports, a zNecro and a zBarb. While other group compositions do exist, most high-tier groups decide to go with mentioned composition since they believe it's the most consistent setup. The video at hand is a primer for the zNecro setup for Ratruns. The core concept of the zNecro is fairly simple. Fuel the Rathma Necromancer with resources. The setup revolves around 3 skills. First, Land of the Dead. All corpse skills can be used at will for 10 seconds. Second, Devour. Consume corpses within 60 yards to restore 10 essence per corpse. And third, Life from Death. Consuming a corpse has a 20% chance to spawn a health glob. Your goal as a zNecro is to keep up close to 100% uptime on Land of the Dead, creating as many globes as possible at all times. Picking up said globes is your support partner's task, granting close to infinite resources to the Rathma Necromancers via Reaper's reps. Health globes restore 25 to 30% of your primary resource. Your gearing choices are pretty straightforward. Maximum cooldown reduction on any available piece, in addition to Captain Crimson's 2-set piece bonus. Ingeum for a flat 10-second reduction on Land of the Dead, Obsidian Ring of the Zodiac for resetting Land of the Dead via a secondary skill. The only reasonable slots for variations are the Bracer slot, the Necklace slot, Kanai's Cube Armory slot, and Kanai's Cube Jewelry slot. Every other slot is fixed with an best in slot item. The core concept of the build revolves around Land of the Dead, Frozen Lands, Devour, Cannibalize, and Life from Death. You spam Devour at all times, freeze the entirety of the screen with Land of the Dead, and create roughly 4 globes per second via Life from Death. The Pestilent 2-piece bonus will cast Corpse Dance for you. You use a secondary skill of your choice to reset Land of the Dead via Zodiac. Blood Rush Metabolism is not only used for mobility, but also to activate your passive Blood is Power more consistently. The other 2 passives are standalone and Final Service for more survivability. The only reasonable slots for variation are your curse and your resetting secondary skill. Unfortunately, the Necromancer only has 3 abilities for Obsidian Ring of the Zodiac: Bone Spear, Skeleton Mage and Death Nova. In the current presented setup, Crystallization gives you a nice attack speed bonus, such that you can reset your Land of the Dead a bit faster. However, a common choice is also Death Nova with Blight for further damage reduction. As for Decrepify Borrowed Time, there's a known issue with multiple Necromancers running the same curse. You're not only competing with other Necromancers for your cooldown reduction via Decrepify, but also for your damage reduction via Dainty's Binding. It's a common choice for groups to not use Decrepify on the zNecro to ensure better simulacrum uptime on the DPS dealers. A fitting substitution for Decrepify is Frailty with our Frailty. This inherently means that the Kanai's Cube Armory slot has to be changed from Dainty's Binding to Aquila Cuirass. As for the other gearing options, Nemesis Bracers and Rondell's Locket can be replaced for the Strong Arm Bracers plus Helicon's combination. Helicon's effect applies a knockback effect that increases the target's damage taken by 30% for 6 seconds. However, it's worthwhile noting that the Helicon's effect does not travel with you. It's only applied to monsters at the casting location as showcased in this little example. There is another way to apply Strong Arm Bracer's knockback effect. Changing the Kanai's Cube Jewelry slot from Sunstone to Brick's Wrath will provide you a knockback effect that is decoupled from Land of the Dead's cooldown. It is worthwhile noting that Brick's Wrath still applies a Strong Arm Bracer's damage increase even when the target is already immune to displacement abilities. Understanding the underlying mechanics of skills is crucial towards playing any build correctly. An important question to think about for this setup is, how many globes can we create via Land of the Dead with Devour and Life from Death? To answer that question, we'll use the Johnstone to observe the amounts of corpse we use within one Land of the Dead. (191). A more thorough look into Devour's data mine over at freeplanar.com shows us that we have a delay of 50 milliseconds between consuming 2 corpses, resulting in a maximum of 20 corpses per second we can consume with Devour. With a 10-second Land of the duration, the data mine values fit our observation with the Johnstone, meaning we can provide up to a maximum of 4 globes per second to the DPS dealers. Another really important question is, how does Land of the Dead plus Devour work with unpathable tile sets? In other words, what happens if we consume corpses that are being spawned within a wall? Let's see if the ferryman can help us with his landing stage. It is clearly observable that you are able to consume corpses from unpathable areas. However, only corpses consumed from pathable areas are eligible to create a health globe via the Life from Death passive. Therefore, positioning on zNecro such that you maximize pathable surface around you also maximizes your globe production. Proper positioning is key to ensure a steady resource income for the DPS dealers. Another important mechanic to understand is animation cancelling with project-based skills. Animation consists of two phases. Firstly, a pay upfront duration where your character has to stand still before the projectile is created. Secondly, a resolving animation where your character moves back to its idle animation after the projectile has been fired. As for the Necromancer with Bone Spear, you can clearly see the second part of the attack animation consisting of him moving back his left foot. That animation is cancelable, meaning we don't have to wait for him to resolve this specific animation. We can technically speaking already move, yet we cannot attack until the cancelled animation would have been resolved. Animation cancelling with Bone Spear is showcased via force moving and spamming right click and talon. Make more use of your animation states of your character, covering ground while waiting for your next Bone Spear attack. For the remainder of this video you'll see a showcase of an average Greater Rift 96 red run. The run at hand is not cherry-picked, nor is its purpose to show off perfect gameplay. It's an average XP grinding run. You'll find a link to the Diablofans build that me and my group prefer in the video's description. Thank you for sitting through with me throughout this video. I hope you like the content and I'd be happy to see you over at my Twitch channel from time to time. Have fun creating globes.